Well, madam, are you ready? Very well. I will be sending you into the simulated universe using an alternative method. It might feel a little different than usual. This will help us quickly locate the cartridge in the vast sea of data. We'll start with this data link. Now, please prepare yourself for a deep dive with your consciousness. Young madam, are you all right? That's the communication module doing its job. Herta often speaks of it as an expensive and impractical function. She often shuts it off to increase calculating power. However, I maintain that the voice carries greater emotional charge than the written word. You are now inside the data link of the ether cartridge. Look around and tell me what you discover. Packer. Oh. Conclusion. That is a holographic record that the simulated universe has created. In here, regardless of how large or small, all variables are saved, including outsider traces. You were right. The enemy's invasion has spread to the deepest parts of the simulated universe. They were only a hair away from the ether cartridge's data link. What we are seeing are the projections of what happened in those moments. Young madam, please stay still. Allow me to see what I can do with this record.
Hey, you! Why are you staring at me?
I initiated the simulation flow. This is just a record of the past. She's not actually talking to you. Please listen and don't interrupt her. We may be able to find out more of what we need to know.
First off, I'm not obsessed with it. On Punk Lord, the stories of the cartridge are no different from textbooks. I'm not interested in something that everybody already knows about. Secondly, it's not some kind of video game cartridge. It's an ether cartridge. It's the second pair of eyes, second brain, and second heart of the hacker. Do you understand what that actually means? With that cartridge, if a guy went to a movie premiere and bought some mixed popcorn, you'd be able to know the flavor of the fourth kernel he picked out of the bucket. It's truly amazing. Lastly, I'm gonna say it again. I'm not obsessed with it. The reason I'm still rambling about it is to make sure that you know how amazing it really is. Do you get it now, Kafka? Alright, let's get going. We have to move quickly. This place is different from the rest of the space station. We're on Genius Society turf.
It is safe to assume that two people entered the simulated universe, her and her companion. Interesting. Let's see what happened next. You are now taking the point of view of the companion. She will react to your behavior now. Well, madam. Very well. I will be sent. This will help us. Young madam, are you... You are now inside... Hacker. Oh, conclusion. You were right. Young madam.
Hey.
I initiate... Please, listen.
First off. Secondly. Do you... Lastly. All right.
It is safe to... Interesting. You are now taking...
I really like Silver Wolf. She is cool.
You took the bait. Time for a buzz.
Tedious.
Can I have fun this time?
Tedious. Fleeting light, roaring flood.
This battle is unavoidable.
Take this! Just a scratch.
Time for a buzz. Fork in the road, huh? I got this. Wanna pick one first? Give your beloved instincts a try.
It's a nice thing to have a companion who likes to talk, isn't it?
Wrong choice. The correct answer is the path on the right. Not what we're looking for. It's a bait signal. Ugh, why would Herta put something like this inside the simulated universe? Doesn't she find it annoying when she has to find something herself? Never mind, I miscalculated. Let's try another sector.
She's actually on the correct path. She just needs to continue a little further. I trust that she too will realize this soon. Indeed. However, objectively speaking, it is almost certain that she will. Stellaron Hunter, Silver Wolf. We fought against one another before. Herta was there as well. She may have mentioned it to you. In Herta's words, there was no loser in that fight. It was more like a test than a duel. She would attack, and I would defend. Neither of us gave it our all. She wasn't able to break through my defenses, and I wasn't able to stop her from leaving. I never thought our next meeting would take place under these circumstances. I believe the continuation of our last encounter will soon arrive.
What the? This was the right way all along. Ugh, Herta's got some psychological tactics going on.
Seems like we can now continue forward.
Oh, back to the space station again. A riddle? Where's the skip button? More enemies. Time for a buzz.
Unworthy.
This combat needs optimizing. At this speed, too slow. The time is now. Lend me your strength. Can you let me...
Let's make it quick. All will be revealed. In lunar flame!
Finally, almost there. There's even a miniature Herta over here. Eesh. A little narcissistic, isn't she? The whole space station is filled with her face. Portraits, statues, even projections of herself. I was planning on adding a mustache for her, but the spray didn't work. The entire space station feels like it's made of paper, but her portrait is near indestructible.
She's talking about that portrait in the elevator room, no? Herta commissioned me to design an encryption tool for her. Seems she ended up using it on her portrait. That's correct. The ether cartridge data is in the next room. Our pursuit is coming to an end. Yes, that incongruous feeling has persisted throughout this long pursuit. She came for the Stellaron, but showed a strong interest in the curios. And just as we found out about the existence of the ether cartridge, she just so happened to show up in the simulated universe. I must admit, this feels less like a chase and more like a chance encounter. I recall a story about Punk Lord. It is said that graffiti is a special kind of symbol there. Hackers see reality as a magnificent game, an attempt to finish the stage we know as life. Whether it be for competition or for joy, they leave a trail in the places they visit. One symbol after another link up to become a long, long journey that writes the game of life. And would this ongoing affair not be part of such an endeavor? Perhaps this is all nothing more than a game she's decided to play with us. In which case, let us accompany her till the end.
Might be trickier to crack. Time for a buzz.
Tedious. Fleeting light, roaring flood.
The time is now. Lend me your strength. Huh. More enemies.
Let's make it quick.
I really like Silverwolf. She is cool like a weapon.
Can you let me have some fun this time?
Stand down and I'll spare you. A blade of moonlight.
There's always a weakness. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them!
Rules are made to be broken. You're out!
Look, we found it. The ether cartridge is here, and it's perfectly intact. There is an unwelcome third party here with us. If what we are seeing constitutes past images of Silver Wolf, then for her to have made it this far would have entailed the disappearance of the cartridge. We can only assume that the facts don't align with the theory. I believe that she was indeed able to hack into Herta's office, but she didn't stay there for very long. After all, even the best hacker wouldn't be able to find a specified target in the vast ocean of the simulated universe's data.
Unless she had someone to guide her there. You want to explain it to her first? I can see the confusion in her eyes.
The final results are on the display table, young madam. Take a closer look if you wish. We have plenty of time left. I will answer any questions that you may have. You've guessed correctly. The person that stands before you is tonight's starring role. She left herself a back door in the office, performed a proxy hack the moment you entered the simulated universe, and found a way to continue alongside us. I must say, she really is a masterful actor. Misdirection is always the most effective method. I'm sorry. Herta forbade me from disclosing any information beforehand. She made clear that knowledge would not be paramount to this operation, but rather the lack of it. However, the way I see it, the most important elements were dedication and sincerity. The actions of Mr. Leonard drew the target right in. The graffiti is like a two-way data tunnel. You can use it to retrace the trail she leaves behind, and she can monitor your progress by seeing which pieces of graffiti have disappeared. I fear she may well have had the whole thing planned out before hacking the space station. The graffiti and the back door were all in aid of honing in on just the right moment. Well then, were you satisfied with this simulated universe journey, Miss Silver Wolf?
Huh. You knew it all along, didn't you? I knew it would be hard to fool you. All that talk you were spouting along the way was meant for me, wasn't it?
It is a joy and an honor to have the opportunity to face off against you once again. Herta said that this cartridge would be able to lure in the biggest fishes in the universe. She was right.
So, the business about shutting down the universe and the argument with Herta was all just an act? You did all that to lure me in?
That is up to you to interpret. Herta and I have always been frank with one another. Sharp conversations of that nature happen on a regular basis. It wouldn't be fitting to call it an act. Miss Silver Wolf is truly a talented hacker. Not only did she calculate everything ahead of time, she has numerous variables and aces still to play. News of my sudden visit to the space station was probably the only uncontrollable variable in her plan. And with my arrival came the nightmare of shutting down the simulated universe. That would have ruined her plans and all her preparations. You now know everything about this encounter.
Everything? No, no. You're wrong about the most important part. You think I came here out of desperation, but I've been bursting with excitement this whole time. Do you know how happy I was when you showed up, Screwlum? I haven't had the thrill of a formidable opponent in such a long time. The Legion is nothing but a bunch of cavemen, and the IPC were a disappointment. Only the Society has the talent to provide me with a fun challenge. Reality is nothing but a game. But what's the point of a game if it can't make you happy? An invitation letter and a challenge letter were sent to me from two geniuses. How could I not accept them? Would you have turned them down?
You're confident you will be able to get out of this in one piece.
That's right. And I'm bringing this with me.
Oh, a copy. You completed it while we were talking just now.
Why else would I entertain so much small talk? You're not the only one stalling for time. I'm guessing that Herta is hiding in a corner somewhere, trying to pull off a reverse hack from where I hacked in. You, on the other hand, are responsible for taking me head-on, just as you did last time. And I'm looking forward to it. How do you plan on stopping me this time? Are you going to turn the simulated universe into a black box? Or are you going to work with the IPC and put together a cross-galactic encirclement? Screwlum, will I be able to see your true strength this time? The long-awaited result will finally be determined. There will only be one victor today. Please, let me have some fun this time, okay?
My apologies, Miss Silverwolf, but none of what you are hoping for will be happening today. You may leave now.
Huh? Leave? But why? Aren't you trying to catch me? Don't you want to cuff me and exile me on some distant planet?
Your creativity has proven interesting. However, I have nothing to do with your quarrel with the space station. Ergo, I won't stop you.
I'm gonna leave with this cartridge, then.
That's just a duplicate. Correction, not only is the one in your possession a duplicate, but so is the one here. The real curio was transferred elsewhere at the very beginning. Conclusion, you may share that data freely.
What if I attack the space station again?
It would have nothing to do with me. But I must warn you, it is likely that someone would step forward to stop you.
Then what if I were to destroy the simulated universe right now?
I'm sorry, but that simply isn't possible. Ether editing isn't capable of destroying an entire universe.
What is the point of this, then? You guys went out of your way to put together this trap, but don't plan on doing anything at all?
That's right. This way, the game that you so carefully orchestrated is now pointless, is it not? There's no point in a game if it's no longer fun. Silver Wolf, I know what you're after. The IPC's shackles won't be able to hold you, and jail is but another game to you. Herta and I came to an understanding. We will no longer enable you and give you what you need.
How boring.
However, Herta felt that this would be too easy on you, and wanted to add something of her own. And that is why, in this very moment, she has reverse-hacked you and located all your interastral network accounts. A total of 76 accounts. A very impressive number. How would it be if the IPC were to freeze all of them, including all of your game records?
What? Hey, hold on a minute.
And she logged out. How hasty of her. Games are always fun in the eyes of a child, but to an adult, they are but one among many ways of solving a problem. It's about time we were on our way.
A flawless victory! Hope you got a glimpse of Herta's awesomeness, kiddo. Make sure you never forget about it. I couldn't care less about what happened with the space station, but I will surely repay the favor tenfold to anyone who dares to taunt me. I already notified someone at the IPC to freeze all her accounts. She's probably crying in front of her computer right now.
Thank you, young madam. Your and Mr. Leonard's contributions were a necessity to our victory. Do you have any other questions regarding this incident? Her ultimate goal was always the ether cartridge, but she developed an alternative objective in challenging Herta and me in the process. All those complicated puzzles and unnecessary ploys, nothing more than games, I'll wager. Well, young madam, our destination may differ, but there are still countless opportunities for our paths to cross. The pursuit of knowledge will always be the best driving force for trailblazing.
So, the reason Madame Herta wanted me to continue the investigation was to lure her out of hiding? That never crossed my mind! Did she know about the traps the hacker left in the space station from the very beginning? She said I did a good job! Can you believe it? I've just been acknowledged by Madame Herta! This is something I'll remember for the rest of my life. I don't have to worry about being fired anymore!
This chapter has come to a conclusion. Come, let us close the final back door.
It's gone. It's all gone. They seriously left nothing behind. They went too far this time. Too far.
All right. Stop with the tantrum. You're not a kid anymore.
I am not throwing a tantrum.
Uh-huh. Anyway, what are you gonna do now, huh? Hack an IPC branch nearby and get your accounts back?
If it were just one or two accounts, sure. I kind of overdid it this time. I lost basically everything. A branch office probably won't be enough. I'm gonna have to make a trip to Pier Point.
What, you're going alone? That's the IPC's headquarters.
Yep, just me. Why? Do you want to come with?
I probably won't be able to. I'm in Elio's next script. Did you forget?
Oh, right. That story doesn't sound like it fits me. You guys have fun.
I hope you have a good time in Pier Point as well.
Don't worry. I've already got an idea. You see that cloud diner just 2 kilometers from here? A few temps from the building material logistics department just stepped in. I'm gonna go and become their friend.
Getting a move on already? I would have thought you'd at least want to spend some time with that cartridge you were obsessing about.
I told you. I'm not obsessed with it. Besides, there's fun to be had along the way. A game is a game, and that's all there is to it.
Where there are people, there is noise. So strange. Seems like Asta and Arlen are in trouble. Still, it all sounds like hearsay to me. Better keep them in the dark for now. Himiko seems to be on good terms with the folks on the space station. Maybe I should tell her first.
Hello. What do you mean, what am I doing? Everyone else is here. Can't I be too? Relax. I'm just dropping by for a visit. I was hacking through the dark regions of the inner astral network a while ago and happened to see a signal from the Astral Express. So I thought I'd stop by to check it out. What you see in front of you is a hologram. Just as harmless as the whale holograms you see floating around the Express. Here, see for yourself. Seeing is believing, right? If you're still not convinced, you can cut off the network connection on the Express, and I'll disappear into thin air. Until you turn it back on, of course. What you see in front of you is just a...
This sounds like something from Spyro.
Oh good, you're here. Pom-Pom doesn't know, but it's in the Express! No one knows Akivili's Express better than Pom-Pom. There is something strange in here. Pom-Pom can feel it. Help Pom-Pom look for it. We have to find it.
Where there are people, there is noise.
Well, now that we're done with that whole situation in the underworld, we can finally look for the Stellaron. But thinking about it, I feel a bit bad about Clara. We promised her that our talks with Svarog would go peacefully.
You tried your best to persuade him. It's my fault for not preparing better for such a situation in advance.
I didn't mean for you guys to start beating yourselves up over it. Look on the bright side. Things turned out alright, didn't they? Now everyone knows that the real problem here is the Stellaron, and they're willing to help us out. All in all, the mission is going super smoothly.
But we still have a lot left to figure out. For instance... That's not a foremost concern. What's important is that we still don't have the exact location and coordinates of the Stellaron. Nor have we figured out the reason behind Cocolia's sudden change in attitude. We still haven't put all of the pieces together. Dreams?
Oh, I remember you mentioned something about strange dreams before.
All three dreams were the same, with Cocolia and that other voice.
It would be weird to call it a coincidence.
I'm wondering if these dreams aren't just random, if there's some meaning behind them. Maybe you're having them because...
Because of the Stellaron inside her?
That's my hunch, but I have no proof.
Well, then that's as good as nothing for now. So, what should we do when we get back above ground? After all this talk, we're still back at square one.
We solve a puzzle one piece at a time. Let's get some rest. We'll talk to Wildfire tomorrow and get to the bottom of this. Also, there's still one more key character we haven't talked to yet. Her connection to Cocolia may be the key to cracking this mystery.
Come right on in and take a seat. You're back. It must have been exhausting. Please have some food and get a good night's rest.
Over there. See that? That used to be the worst street in Rivet Town. And it's also where I grew up.
What was that bloody pop-in? Why can't the makers of a game load things in and then it starts? Come on!
My friends and I used to wander those streets, thinking about where to find our next meal. That is, until Chief Oleg got me out and took me to the orphanage. There, I learned to read and write from Natasha. At the age of 10, I started to patrol the mines with Oleg, occasionally getting into fights with the local thugs.
That sounds nice.
Nice? You being sarcastic with me?
Oh, no, sorry. Life in the underworld is difficult. I shouldn't be speaking about it so lightly.
You're always so serious. It really gets on people's nerves sometimes, you know?
Right.
What I meant was... I kind of envy you, Zila. For as long as I can remember, my days have been an endless cycle of studying, etiquette lessons, and training. Every day, all I hear is, "Remember who you are, Bronya. This is against the Architect's admonishments, Bronya. Ladies shouldn't use such foul language, Bronya." Some may envy this kind of life, but I have felt trapped. When every choice and every goal has already been made for you. You probably can't imagine how that feels.
No, I can't. But more importantly, what kind of foul language were you using?
So if it's Stela, it should be S-E-L-A, not E, like Bronya. Fucking hell.
In the name of the Architects, I shall stick this spear into your nostril.
That's it? Oh, that's nothing. Looks like I'll have to teach you some underworld slang before you go back.
No, that won't be necessary.
It'll be better than poking people's nostrils, at least. I never thought that I'd be here having a heart-to-heart with the future Guardian. As a kid, I didn't meet many people who lived in the overworld. I only heard stories from the grown-ups and figured you were all just a bunch of cold snobs.
I've heard from some Silvermane veterans that before the orders were made to seal off the underworld from the overworld, there was no difference between the two places. Everybody ate the same food, chatted about the same topics, celebrated the same festivals. Even though times are different now, things like the joys and sorrows of life, the ties between people, these precious things must certainly still connect us all. If there is a way to bridge the gap between the two worlds, we can definitely go back to the time when you and I were not divided. When we could stand side by side against the Eternal Freeze and the Fragmentum.
I'm not like you. I don't have that many grand plans for the future. But if that's the future you want, I'm willing to build this bridge with you.
Thank you, Zila. Your trust is very important to me.
Stela, not Stela, you fucking morons.
Speaking of which, what are you going to do next? What Svarog revealed must have made quite an impact, huh?
Yes. I thought I was prepared for anything, but... as long as I am the Guardian's successor, those truths will come out sooner or later. But why does my mother hide it from me, and why does she want me to hunt down the outsiders who know about the nature of the Stellaron? It doesn't make sense. I thought it over. There's only one thing I can do. Go ask her directly.
You... hold on. You're not really going, are you? Alone? You can't. This plan is...
I've already thought it through, Zila. I am Madame Cocolia's daughter. That will never change. Be it my duties as her heir or as a Silvermane guard, I must face my problems head-on. Even if...
Bronya.
This is for you, Zila. Please help me pass it on to the outsiders. If I am unable to see you again, they'll know what to do.
Okay, I understand. You've made up your mind, and there's nothing I can say that will change it. But remember this. If you run into trouble, I will come to save you, no matter what.
Then I'll be waiting for you. So, did you come to this spot when you were a child?
Of course. I just didn't appreciate how nice it was at the time. Very nice.
was a good sleep. I should go meet up with March and Dan Hung.
Took you long enough, sleepyhead. We've been waiting all day. I've noticed that our sleep routines don't match up. You either keep getting up in the middle of the night or snoozing away until the day's almost out. Unacceptable. You gotta work on your teamwork.
Did you have a dream again last night?
Huh, that's weird. I bet the conductor won, right?
Well then, let's go find Wildfire to discuss our next move and see if they have any new discoveries.
Let's go! I can't wait to finally get back above ground!
I really hope you can change your main character's outfit at some point.
Oh, look who's here.
It's the Banus Farag, the big hero of the underworld. And the other big heroes, Dan Hung and March 7th.
Were those lines rehearsed?
Where's Natasha? Is she here?
She has a bunch of other things to attend to, so I hope you don't mind talking to this old man instead. I speak on behalf of Natasha. By the way, sorry for keeping that whole thing about her being the actual leader of Wildfire a secret. Oh, well, I might just be second in command, but I still have a lot of responsibility. I couldn't give Natasha up right when we first met, could I? I had no clue that you bunch would become big heroes of the underworld. She told me to make sure you return to the overworld safely. I gave it some thought, and I think the safest way is to ask this fella for help.
I brought you down. I can take you back up. Free of charge. Satisfaction guaranteed.
There's no need to knock us out this time, right?
Of course not. This time, we'll go back through the furnace core. Well, for my sparkling companionship, of course. I jest. The path has been blocked for over 10 years, and very few know how to get through. That's where I come in.
Ugh, enough chatter. Just be a good guide.
Hold on. What about Bronya? Why isn't she here?
She already went back. As you know, she has some things to settle with the Supreme Guardian.
What? She just ditched us and went back? How could you let her?
Ugh, enough about Sampo. We need him for this trip. We'll get rid of him after we reach the surface.
Miss Sela, I'm still here, you know.
Unfortunately.
Oh, right. Bronya told me to give you this.
I really hate Sampo.
She left us a letter. Could this be one of those open in case of emergency letters? I've never gotten one of those before. Should we wait until we run into something dangerous?
Stop overthinking and just open it.
Brother and sister Landau. I know the brother must refer to Gepard, but who could the sister be? Oh, Serval! So she's Gepard's older sister. Blonde, tall, good-looking. Those Landau genes sure are something else.
Sampo, do you know the Landau siblings?
Landau. Yeah, we're old friends. I've mostly dealt with the younger brother in the past, but the sister, she's much scarier. Today's supposed to be a day of celebration, so let's not talk about it right now. We can set out at any time. Just come find me when you're ready.
Almost there.
moment.
Evil's begun.
This song's just for you. Let's rock! Fleeting light, roaring flood. Let's make it quick. Pretty good crowd today. Stand down and I'll...
Let's be friends, shall we? A thousand wonders to raise your spirit. Good omens. Fight as one.
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all.
Chill out.
Let's rock. Rules are made to be broken. You're out! All will be revealed. In lunar flame! This song's just for you. Turn up the volume. Tedious. Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all. Fleeting light, roaring flood. A blade of moonlight.
Take this!
Customers are always welcome. Evils be gone.
Pretty good crowd to...
Let's be friends, shall we? Chill out.
Let's rock! Try harder.
All the best.
All will be revealed. In lunar flame! A blade of moonlight. I taste some malice in the air. The moon shines on the truth.
Well, we're in trouble now. Yeah! Good omens! Fight us one!
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all! Turn up the volume! A blade of moonlight. all will be revealed. In lunar flame!
Seize the moment! Chill out!
This song's just for you. Keep up with my tempo! Ready for death! Let's go. Rules are made to be broken. Pretty good crowd today. Turn up the volume! Unworthy of my time. Let's make it quick. Take this!
Evil's begun.
This song's just for you. Keep up with my tempo! Stand down and I'll spare you. Fleeting light, roaring flood. Batter up!
Can we do this? Yeah!
What was that? Asking for trouble, huh?
Time for the main event. Keep up! Tedious. Yeah. Let's rock! Blade of moonlight. Keep at it. Keep at it.
Keep at it. We need a strategy.
We're in trouble now. A thousand wonders to raise your spirits. Good omens. Fight as one.
All will be revealed. In lunar flame! Rules are made to be broken.
Evil's begun. Time for some swordplay. Blade in flight!
Stand down and I'll spare you.
Practice is over. Swords descend!
A blade of moonlight. This is our chance.
Chill out. Strike with heart.
Let's make it quick.
Customers are always welcome. All the best!
Blade in flight! Sword ward! Batter up! All will be revealed. In lunar flame!
Let's be friends, shall we? A thousand wonders to raise your spirit. Good omens. Fight as one.
A blade of moonlight. All will be revealed. In lunar flame! Let's go. Take this! Let's make it quick. Rules are made to be broken.
Come on! Well, the one of us over that bullshit! Utter bullshit! That did not fucking count! That was bullshit! Get fucked up! That takes way too long anyway. Fucking deity, I'm not doing that shit again. One more basic attack and we'll fucking die. It's fucking bullshit. Oh, not this bullshit fucker again.
Where there are people, there is noise.
My friend!
Keep up with my tempo! Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all! All will be revealed. In lunar flame!
My friend! Looking for a ticket?
Hey, you! Interested in signing with yours truly?
Turn up the volume! Stand down and I'll set.
Evildoer.
You can't kill me. This song's just for you. Let's rock! Let's make it quick. Where there are people, there is noise.
Hey, you! Interested in signing with yours truly? My friend, if you don't got a ticket, quit hanging around.
Pretty good crowd today. Keep up with my tempo! Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all!
Unworthy of my time.
You'll pay for this, evildoer.
Let's go. Rules are made to be broken.
Decisive strike!
I need some sleep. I'm tired.